Hi, this is Derek Murphy. I'm just recording this video to show you quickly this new course I'm launching this weekend, and to tell you kind of what it's about and what you get to see if you might be interested. If you don't know who I am, my name is Derek Murphy. I've started Creativity. I've been a book cover designer, and I've helped people with their design mostly, but also their marketing, their author websites, kind of their whole author platform for about 10 years almost. Now that I just finished my PhD in literature, I'm mostly just writing my own fiction, but that actually lets me really test out everything and see the results quickly so I know what's working and what's not working. So this course is the stuff I've been talking about for several years, kind of the basic things you need to do to build an author platform that sells books. So that includes, your social media profiles, your website, your Amazon page. This course isn't about kind of the revolutionary marketing tactics that I'm experimenting with now, but those tactics, like all the book promotion, book publicity, marketing stuff, it won't work unless you have a platform that's really solid. So if you think of it like your funnel, when you put new readers into your funnel, if they're not buying the book, that doesn't matter how much traffic you get. So you really have to focus on the basics, which is your cover design, the sales description, your reviews, but also your professionalism on your author website and your social media profiles, even how many followers you have, because if people look at your Facebook page and see you have like less than 100 followers, they may assume you're not very famous, your books aren't very good. People do judge quality not only by design but also by social triggers, which are how many people have reviewed it, how many people are buying it and downloading it. So this course is kind of about the basic stuff that a lot of authors just skip over because they get a cover designer, they build an author website, they launch their book, and then when it doesn't sell, they just try to reach more people. So most authors think marketing is just talking about your book all the time, which doesn't really work. And that's why most authors don't like marketing, or they feel like they feel uncomfortable with marketing, or they feel uncomfortable talking about their book because they know it's kind of sleazy and scammy or spammy to just, to go on someone's Facebook group and just drop a link to their Amazon page. Those are the things a lot of authors are doing because they're desperate, but they don't really work anyway. And there's a much better way to market books, which is just building an author platform that draws traffic to you, so your book kind of sells on autopilot. So that's some of the stuff that I was doing for my fiction. When I launched Shearwater only like 5 months ago, this actually has 230 reviews now. And when I launched it, I didn't have any fiction platform because I was starting from zero. So I built a website, I did some book giveaways, I built an email list that's up to almost like 20,000 now doing book giveaways, which definitely worked. So I was able to build a huge platform quickly and then tell them about my book, which gave me a lot of sales and downloads. So this course is the basic stuff that I've done to build my author platform. And so the basic level is 149, which just gets you access to all the videos. There's a lot of videos and resources and guides. It's a lot of the stuff that I've made free on my website too, but I've organized it all and kind of made videos talking and explaining about why it works and why I've organized my author platform this way. But because this is my first course, even though I think 149 compared to most book marketing courses, which are more close to 500, I want to, on the one hand, I'm getting out of services altogether, so I wanted to start making courses so that you can figure out how to build your own author platform without needing to hire me personally, because I was charging about $500 an hour for consulting, and 1 hour of consulting is really kind of useless because you'll need my advice and I'll give you feedback, but then you'll need to change everything and come back to me again later. So if you were hiring me for consulting, you'd actually be paying probably several $1,000s a month just to kind of work on your author platform. So this course is the basic level is basically you could just learn everything I know and watch the videos, and you can still ask for feedback in the course. There's a place to comment for questions. There's also a private Facebook group you'll get access to where you can ask for feedback. But feedback doesn't help that much because if I tell you what's wrong with your cover design or what's wrong with your Amazon page, you'll still have to do it yourself. And I can tell you what's wrong with your cover design, but even after tons of revision and tons of comments, you still won't be able to make it as nice as a real designer could make it, and they could do it pretty quickly. So often it's worth just figuring out what's wrong and then hiring someone to fix it. But because this is my first course, I made a package that's more expensive that comes with a month of unlimited marketing advice. So this one, if you really need more feedback and more of my personal time, you can opt for this one, and I'll be more focused on helping to solve your problems and giving you the kind of feedback you need to get the right kind of changes. But I also put up this level, which is a done for you option, where I'll just do everything, or do everything that needs done, fix everything that needs fixing, do a little bit of redesign if you need to. That could be like a new book cover, it could be fixing up your website a bit. So this is something where instead of me just giving you feedback, I'll really take the reins and fix what needs to be fixing, then I'll help you relaunch your books so that you hit #1 in your category, and that's guaranteed. So I'll help you with a book launch. And that's roughly what I would have charged for book launch anyway, but you're also getting the course, and you're also getting some custom design work, which is included for free. And so because this is my first course, I'm limiting it to a few people. And if I scroll down a little bit, there's a 30-day refund if you are dissatisfied with anything. And there's also a few bonuses. So because this is my first course, I say a lot in book marketing that your first book might not be your first book, your best book, because it takes a long time just to figure out how to do anything. So most people, when they publish their first book, that's really just learning how to do everything and learning how to write, learning how to finish a book. And the same way, although this course is good and I think it's well worth the price of $149, I'm also building some other courses because now I feel like I've figured out how to build online courses, and I want to make sure I make better courses. Part of the problem with this course, I think, is that because it's my first, I don't always get to the point. The videos are probably longer than they need to be. I might ramble or get distracted a little bit. So I'm actually making a couple other courses. This one is just guerrilla publishing, so it's kind of like how to write a best-selling book quickly, how to build a platform for that book quickly, and how to launch it really quickly. So without spending, months building up your platform, how to do it in a weekend if you have to, how to finish a book and publish it and make it a bestseller, using all the techniques I've learned in the last year. So there's a lot of like shortcuts in here, but this is advanced level stuff, which you don't really need right now. You really need to build your author platform first. So this one, the 21-day author platform, will be similar to the course that I've made, Reach Your Readers, but it'll just be a little more organized, a little more in-depth, and also a little more clear-cut. So instead of rambling, I'll really just, the videos will probably be shorter, it'll be faster to consume, but you can just, go through one episode a day for 21 days, focus on one thing at a time, and really fix your author platform in 3 weeks. That one's going to be $299, this one's going to be $99, but they're both included with this course, Reach Your Readers, this first course. And that's basically just because I'm only launching this course to my current followers. I'm not going to do a lot of marketing for it, so it's kind of just testing everything out. But I want to reward the people who get in early and do buy this Reach Your Readers course with some extra courses. So these courses I'll be launching later. I'll finish them up. I'll be advertising more. But new people who come into my funnel or become aware of my platform later will have to pay full price. I might have other discounts or bonuses or other ways of getting these courses cheaper when I launch them, but they won't be as cheap as they are right now. So for right now, if you buy in at the $149 basic level, you'll be getting these 2 courses for free, and you'll also be getting access to my DIY book covers and my DIY book formatting templates, which are basically design templates you can use to build your own good-looking books, because design really does help a lot. And I understand that hiring a professional designer, I've been charging $829 for cover design and like $349 for formatting, so it's $1,200 just for book design. And if you're a first-time author or you publish a lot of books, it's worth it to pay a lot and get a great design. But if you want to do it on a budget and you want to spend less money, or if you want to figure out some things like how to do your own formatting, which can save some money, then these include design templates and also some tutorial videos so you can figure out how to do your own book design. Or at least, even if you're hiring a book cover designer, you should really watch these videos so you understand what makes a best-selling book cover design. Because some designers, they'll just make what you tell them to make, but if you're telling them to make the wrong thing that's not going to sell books, most designers aren't going to argue with you because you're paying them. I don't. If you hire me and you try to tell me to make an ugly book cover, I won't do it for you. But that's also kind of why I'm quitting client work and moving on to other things. So if you're interested in this, I'm only opening this for a weekend, like 48 hours. I'm only marketing it to my list, and it's going to be limited to 50 people, about 100 people altogether. But there are like 25,000 people on my list right now, so I'm hoping. This is the first time I've launched a course, so they may not sell out, but I also think there's a good likelihood they'll sell out. So if you do think you're interested in these, I do think you are getting a pretty good deal because of all the stuff that I'm giving you in the future courses that I'm giving you, which I know will be even better than this one and very worth the price. So maybe this video helps. Quickly, I'll show you what the inside looks like. I meant to do that earlier. So this is kind of what the inside looks like. I'm using Teachable, which is a platform for courses that I'm experimenting with, but it seems like it works pretty well. So you would just click on a lecture, and there's a video to watch. There's some text.
In this video, we're just going to talk about
some of them have several videos.
The easiest way to get
some
book
of them have
reviews is to have a big list of
bonus
fans who
content or infographics. But you basically just go through in order. This would probably take several days to go through and watch all the videos. There's probably 50 hours or so, maybe 100 hours of videos, because I've linked to a lot of stuff that's outside the course in my platform, and I probably have like 1,000 hours of videos on all my platforms. I'm getting better at videos. It was a huge hurdle for me to start off, but now that I'm getting better at them, I'll try to make them more watchable and more user-friendly. And when you finish the lecture, you just go to complete and continue. There's also, if you sign up in this course, there's a private Facebook group that you can get into where you can ask for feedback on your book covers or sales description or website. This kind of feedback is not always very valuable because most of the time I'll just tell you, like a book cover, I might just tell you it's not good, you need a new book cover. So if you're trying to build your own book cover and you're asking me for feedback, that could take weeks, and we could never actually get to a point where your book cover is good enough to sell your book. So the feedback is useful insofar as I can tell you if your current content or your platform or your cover is not good enough, I'll tell you it needs to be better. But I can't do the work for you or do free design work for you unless if you have signed up for those higher levels,
very picture heavy,
like this one. This will include some more work, so if you sign up for this one, I will actually redo some stuff for you. Even for this one, I'll give you more personalized feedback. At the basic level, though, because you're getting so much for free already, I won't have a lot of time for personal feedback for you.
It's all pretty.
Also, this is kind of the last time I'll be doing this kind of personal feedback. So in the future courses, when I do launch, like after this one's launched and I start launching the future courses, like this is probably the next one, 21 Day Best-Selling Author Platform. I'm not sure yet if I'll even have a higher price option, which includes
on your
services
own.
because I'd really like to
But
just
if
be
you try to
focusing
make
on my
something
own
similar, it would also be
fiction
easy
writing.
to
So I
mess it
really
up,
need
that you
to
get something that doesn't
limit
look
the amount of time I
as
spend
nice.
helping
And so
other
that's the
authors
danger when you
with
think
their
about author
platforms so I can
websites, is
really
that
focus
most
on
people consider
my own writing. So there,
like this
right
to be the
now in
perfect
this
author website.
Reach Your
And the
Readers
problem
course, I
is
have set some
it
options
doesn't
for
actually have
personalized
that much
feedback
content
and custom work, but
because he doesn't need to put
there'll be
up
less
content
of
that
that
attracts
in the
readers. His
future.
fans,
So if
people just
you
go to his
want
website because they know
kind
who
of
he
more
is.
of my help,
Also,
this
with
is
all
the
these
course
images,
that you're
it's
going
not
to
going
need to
to
get.
load as quickly,
Okay,
which
thanks
doesn't
a lot.
matter because it's pretty.